answer to 94 is 1776.
Disease, just come to me. I can cure any disease, just come to me. If you wanna be free, then you gotta believe. If you wanna be free, then you believe. I can cure me. I can cure any disease, just come to me. If you wanna be free, then you gotta believe. If you wanna be free, then you gotta know the greed. Let me know if you feel the frequencies. We ain't got time to waste time. It's time to be free. That's the goal.
From what I understand, Enoch was on town and then after him.
Well, as it exposed everybody, and there's old pics of him circulating.
Disease, just come to me. I can disease, just come to me. If you wanna be free, then you gotta believe. I can cure any disease, just come. I can cure any disease, just come to me. Wanna be free, then you gotta believe. If you wanna be free, then you gotta believe. It's time now, gotta believe me. Stay, give a fuck what they say. We're raised by the state. They confuse us, so the Robocop, the USA, so pick a sign. It's okay. Like I'm gonna be good and I'm sitting on a mission. Everybody always asking my goodness, repetition. I'm all in the kitchen, you ready for the bitch? Everybody class, I'm starting to be attention for bitches. Decision, people want information, we're taking attention, it's one of the key. Juice WRLD didn't Miller didn't kill himself. X didn't kill himself. Charlie Daniels didn't kill himself. Just Chris didn't kill himself. All walk with skills as well. How many times I gotta tell? We pretending that we ain't living in the hill. Looking for a fairy in the hill. Don't know what to do with myself. Can't come together to save myself. Better waking I can't. Well, yes we can. Oh well, I miss you all. Farewell. We need disease, just come to disease, just come to me. If you wanna be free, then you gotta believe. If you wanna be free, I can cure any disease, just come to me. Disease, just come to me. If you wanna be free, believe. If you wanna be free, then you gotta believe.
To David Rockefeller, to the Rothschild Revelator, to the Queen of the Netherlands, to all of you, we tell you, you are not our kings, you are not our gods, we do not belong to you, we are not your slaves. Humans have stood since the beginning of time against the strong men, against the bullies.
Disease, just come to me. I can cure any. If you wanna be free, then you gotta believe. If you wanna free, then you gotta believe. I can cure any disease, just come to me. I can cure any disease, just come to me. If you wanna be, if you wanna be free, then you gotta believe.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Come on, good boy. Yeah. 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 I had to call let's get in the water, swim. Told me don't stop till tip of the top, I'm cream of the crop. I'm cream of the crop. Told me don't walk, just run to the spot, I fell on a rock. I fell on a rock. Stay, stop, don't listen to God, then you be a God. You be a God. Spirit appalled, I looked at the pot, he's sparing a rod. Yeah, I wanted VVS, yep, ever since VBS, yep. Devil can see the mess, yep, so he can see the stress, yep. Took her to CVS, yep, that was plan B, I guess, yep. Told me I'd be the best, yet I couldn't see the death, yet. Wanted to drop in to get my pockets looking obese. Devil threw shots at me in my flat like Canada geese. Man, I got locked on taking my shot, got caught up in greed. Lose sight of my car whenever I cross my wants and my knees.
Okay.
But he be chasing that food go. Ain't no hoe running in loose show.
I really like Shake Commander.
I know they want me to tell guys.
Of course.
Yeah, you're right about the Derek situation last night, Fred. He's just there to like stir up drama and shit, which is fine, like every once in a while, but it's annoying. The reason I come up was to speak on the Enoch situation, right? I think what's going on there is he wants to maintain his friendship and connection with the more famous flat earthers, but I think that's a problem. I think that we all know that these guys sacrificed their credibility when they signed up to go down there, because we all know it was a setup from the beginning. And I've been saying that. I said that back then. Everyone knows this. And so I think, and he was on my panel last night, actually, like still, taking up for that and promoting that, and still insinuating that we should concede that there's a 24-hour sun. Like, this proves that. And I think that's a mistake. I don't, that's not my position. I'm unwilling to accept anything about Antarctica until all travel restrictions have been removed and people can go freely, independently. Then I will accept something about Antarctica. But that's just my thoughts on it. I don't want to think he's a shill. I don't think he's a shill. The guy speaks too much hot truth. But I think that he's just in this tough position where he either throws all of his famous guys under the bus, or he takes up for him. That's just my thoughts on it. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I can't find the fucking picture I have. I have a picture of Enoch in Mason hats. I can't fucking find it. But when I first came into the Flat Earth community in the beginning, I met Enoch, and I dumped Enoch and Jaren and Jarenism because of the behind the curve. I only took up Enoch's favor again since he was here. I didn't trust him when he first started back. And, I got to like him a bit, and we bumped heads many times on things. I like to stick to the fucking facts, and he likes to theorize about gold in the firmament and all this crap. I think those are all dividers. Like, he's not the holy power here, which he acts like. He comes in, takes over lives, throws people out unnecessarily, even by my standards. There's just too much. I give you, he's got lots, and like his drive, he'll tell you he didn't create that drive. He didn't create it. And he hasn't even gone through all the shit he has on that drive. He doesn't know what he has, I don't think. I really don't.
Yeah, I think him and Dr. Flat both have a lot of ego, and that's what's happening on Dips Live, is that there are two egos that like to be center of attention on that live. I just think it was disrespectful to call someone something with zero evidence, and they had an hour to prove it, and they couldn't. So that's what I thought was pretty garbage about it, and I thought Dip was allowing some massive division amongst flat earthers because
Dip
of it.
is a shill, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but listen, guys, at the same time, though, this is the issue that I've seen. The main reason why we have a pissing contest on Dips Live is because all the guys are trying to show off in front of the females. That's the bottom line. It's pretty pathetic. It's pretty pathetic. It really is pathetic. And then you get a girl on panel. Wait a minute. Then you get a girl on panel, and then she's not even allowed to talk. You can't speak on panel. That's wrong.
Why is nobody getting the live's not working properly? I've tried to get two guys up here and it keeps dropping them out.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
You better have some popcorn.
Nah, not this early, brother.
Well, look. So, what is our position? My position is that we cannot accept the quote unquote final experience. We can't
Absolutely
we
not,
can't
dude.
accept any of those results. And I think
No.
that, and I'm kind of talking to JD here a little bit. I don't know you, JD. I mean, you seem like a nice guy and everything, but I don't think we can accept anything about that. And I think it's a mistake for us to give credibility to that.
Heck, I agree with you, bro. Honestly,
Here's what I see.
I don't
Here's
even
what
think.
I see for being in conspiracy for decades. A whole bunch of fake flat earthers got exposed. And they're bringing in another one with a model that predicts a 24-hour sun, which is not possible on the flat earth. If there was any fucking evidence of it before, we would have had it already. We would have known this. It would be in our facts pile, right?
I agree.
The earth is a fucking clock. Jason, Hanvi, that's why I devalue his model and him. Him because of the model because of an outside light source. He's another fucking shill that's being pushed into us. Every time something goes on in any topic in this world, they put these fucking shills at the top. Hanvi is just being pushed into the top right now.
I feel like those guys that all went were shills probably from the
They
beginning.
absolutely were, because they never went.
Yeah, I think they were shills from the beginning, just like Neil deGrasse, man. He's just a shill that spreads disinformation.
And so this places Enoch in a tough position because those are his friends, and it places us in a tough position because a lot of us are friendly with Enoch, and he refuses to denounce that for whatever reason. And so everyone is basically
That's
put in
it
a tough
right there.
position.
That's your proof
The
right there,
final
Shay.
experiment, they called it that because this is what they wanted. They wanted to cause division. The experiment was to cause the division, so then it just looks like a bunch of crazy haters that hate on each other and misinformation.
Yeah, but
That's
the thing.
Duramax. I think Duramax.
That's why they gotta have all the different
Step
straw
back,
too.
like I've learned to do. Step back and look at the situation from the outside.
That's what I did.
There is nobody helping us. Everybody that's placed at the top of our groups in any fucking topic is one of them. That's the obvious.
I don't know Enoch, but I do agree with Duramax. Like every time Enoch comes in alive, like there does seem to be like this huge ego that's going forward. Like I would just sit back and watch him, just spectate, because you can get a lot more done. You can see a lot more when you just watch. I think that I've seen him around for the last few years. I know he is.
Yeah, but let me be clear. I wasn't saying that was
is-
a bad thing. I wasn't saying that was a
No,
bad
I'm not.
thing.
I'm
Let's
not.
not get it
We all
twisted.
have ego. I get that. I think my problem with him and his lives is when he comes into a live, he'll say what he has to say, and he'll say thanks for playing. And then if you come back at him, he's screaming at the mods to get you out of the live. Like I don't get that at all.
Because he's trying to take control.
Yeah, but it's part of the character he also builds too. You have to understand he uses a certain persona to do what he does. I mean, that's what makes it entertaining.
Hold on.
Yeah, but
How
there's the
about
rest of us
his,
that
how
are
about
just
his two
being
recent
us.
videos? How about the two recent videos where he was on the street screaming at people and families that the earth was flat, making us look like fucking hysterical idiots?
That's crazy, man. Yelling at kids, bro.
If you think that's okay, then you have an issue. You're not thinking critically. He's making us look bad.
I mean, he's the only one that I've seen that cannot have a civil conversation.
Yeah, but this is the deal.
Even the most civil guys, he's calling donuts, right? Just out of the blue.
That's where this goes wrong at. Enoch does not represent me.
No.
Okay? I represent myself. So we can throw that out the window.
Well, I think what he was saying is Enoch thinks he represents the entire community, and just as everybody else, you're allowed to have your own opinion, without being called a fucking donut, right?
Yeah, but at the point, there's people that know it's flat that just come to waste our time. So
Facts.
Well,
That's
I
facts.
get
What's
the
up, kid?
trolls, man. I get the trolls. We see them all the time.
I'm not willing to throw Enoch under the bus, but I do think that he is making a mistake by not willing to condemn the final experiment situation, or he's not willing to cut those guys loose. And look, as far as the public stunts and stuff like that, I mean, I think it can get a little cringe. I think it can go awry, but I think that even with the how can I phrase this? Even with the school situation, right? That's cringe. But I think that if we really believe that the Earth is flat, and I think that we do, right? I mean, I would bet the house on it that it's flat. I think they're lying about it. And so, if we really believe that, then of course, them teaching entire generations of children, compulsorily, right? You don't have a choice; you have to go. That they're evolved from monkeys, and that the Earth was created circumstantially by cosmic forces, right? They're lying to humanity itself. So I think if in that context, these cringe stunts actually, I mean, I get it, right? It's just, is it worth it to do that? I don't know, but I get the, spiritually, I kind of get the protest against that, right?
Do you have evidence that the globies have actually evolved?
No, they're still. I think they're
They're still
actually.
monkeys. Yes,
They're
flag spinning
still
space monkeys.
So
I gotta
I
drop
also
down. I gotta drop
curious.
down. I'm just gonna listen, guys. I always love you, Fred, man. You've always kept
Yeah,
up
good
the
to see
facts,
you.
bro.
Thanks for coming up.
You got it, bro.
I want to put to bed the lands beyond Antarctica thing, not to go off course from what you're talking about, because the Flat Earth Society says there's no land, the globe says there's no land, and now we got the people, a couple of Freemasons may have made a point to an island or two, but there's all this suggestion. I think if they're getting on top of the wall and then they're going outwards, they would hit something. Maybe they have. I don't know that much, but I kind of want to end that. If that's a straw man that there's land, or is it a straw man that there isn't land, and they
I'll
don't
just
want
say
us
this
going
before I
beyond to see
leave.
what it is.
I can give
I'll say
I
this
can
before
give
I
a
leave.
shitload of evidence that there's land in the north. A Mason, a 33rd level Mason, is leading us in the south.
To
It's the
Admiral Byrd?
Stephen Hills that talk about land in the south. Hibbler, that did the documentary Level, and the first minute he started talking about the south, I turned the documentary off. It denies all ancient models. It denies biblical cosmology. It denies Zeteticus cosmology. And all these guys are exposed as Masons. The Masons are leading us from the north. There's also hidden land in Greenland. They tell us it's an ice glacier. I can prove it's not. I can
Good
prove they
stuff proves
drove
it's
the
not.
M trains there. All the old maps, it's connected to the land in the north. I can show so much proof that there's land in the north. We're being led astray by Masons. They always tell you to look in this direction when you're supposed to be looking in the opposite direction.
So the Antarctic Treaty is not to keep us from going out, but it's just to
To
make it
keep
look
you from
like we're
touching
going
the
out, keep
firmament.
us from the center.
The Antarctic Treaty is to keep you from the firmament. That's all they
They're
study in the Antarctic is blue ice.
they're restricting us both ways. They're
Yes, they
hiding
are.
stuff both ways. Yeah, I agree.
I can show you towers in the north right now in the ocean on Google Earth. They're supposed to be not land there. Well, they made a glitch and there's fucking towers all over the land. Like, it's crazy the evidence that there's land in the north. When you actually look,
I believe that.
I'll fucking show you right now.
No, I believe you. Yeah, I do think there's a lot more of these islands and land, and Greenland's
Okay.
definitely, do a Google search or type in the Mars on the Earth thing, and it does definitely, it's not ice at all. Doesn't look anything like ice. Vegetation.
Let me turn my fucking, what am I doing? It's different being a host. uh, fuck's
Yeah, I
sake.
keep tapping bottom to change my background when I'm hosting because I keep thinking I'm like over here.
God damn it. And where's the no? There's the no. Okay, see where I am? I'm in the north. Google Earth. Greenland, right? Zoom in here. This is the North Pole, and you'll notice everything's green except Greenland. When you zoom in here, you can see it off this island, right? Oh, look. That's strange, hey? When you go in the right direction, you'll see towers. And you can zoom right in on this. Bodies of water. Let's see where I am. See, bodies of water. It's got to be the other end. There you go. Tell me these are not towers. Shit. Well, go ahead. Tell me those are not towers.
Those are, I'm just kidding.
Those are not towers. Hey, you told me to say it.
Yeah, that's a glitch, right?
Yeah, that's. Wait, that's a glitch, right? Those are not towers.
You can explore this line for hours. That's weird that that's yellow.
I think there's something going on up there for sure, or there for sure.
Yeah, they're not keeping us out of Antarctica but for the safety of penguins. We know this.
Well, penguins can't get on the ice wall. They don't fly. When I was a child, they taught us Antarctica was the most extreme environment. Not even penguins lived there. Then penguins lived there. Now, if you look it up, multiple bird species and shit live there.
Puffins, yep.
Nothing can get on, even a penguin can't get on the ice wall.
Yeah, they
Most of
can.
the
You
time.
never seen Angry Birds? You never seen Angry Birds?
Yeah.
Yeah, hee ha.
This is all mapping stuff, but they didn't cover it up. Now, I've been exploring Greenland.
But
Now,
that's a Mars
for
thing. That's
people
for
that
like,
haven't seen this, one of the ways you check out countries and stuff is check their resources, like hotels.
so do they have civilized like at all, like communities, anything up there? Is it just
Well,
research?
they tell us it's a last glacier and 46,000 indigenous live there. But this is the hotels in Greenland. Let's do it this way. Maybe it'll work better. These are hotels in Greenland. Do you see any glacier? 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 Any glacier? Where's the glacier? Still looking for the glacier. Where's the glacier?
That's funny. So Greenland is supposed to be like partially covered in a glacier. Is that correct?
Yep. They're lying. This is a hidden country right in our face. I've explored the schools, the hotels. Where's the glacier? Where's the glacier? It's in the same geographical location, if we go back here,
Is
as
it a
I
part
am.
of Canada? Is it its own thing? How does that work?
This is Google Earth. What's the issue there? This would be the North Pole. Why is this not white? Why is none of this white? Why is Iceland green? Why is Canada green? Alaska gets green. Why is that a glacier? I went and looked at airports. Here. Fuck. Okay, remember, they say there's 46,000 indigenous there and it's a glacier.
I'd be curious to know if the indigenous part of Greenland is kind of, cordoned off or restricted, or if,
No, they go to school together. I can show you pictures of the kids. I've gone a deep dive, let me tell you.
Um,
Oh, fucking cat. Hold on a second. You let the cat out?
That's pretty interesting, though. You know, Greenland, I didn't know it was that much going on in schools.
Third brother bear in the chat. As far as I understood it, Greenland is supposed to be like partially a glacier. Now I could be wrong about that, but
Here's the airports for Greenland. This is the official airport codes, right? And I've counted them. There's 20 airports and 47 heliports. Heliports. Okay, all those first ones are airports. Okay? 46,000 indigenous people, right? There's 20 airports. Here is heliports. 47. Tell me why there's 20 airports and 47 heliports and hotels that are not in a glacier. Why is there so many heliports?
It was uninhabited too. Like there was barely any inhabitants, but except like exploration when I was in school, or at least at
Yeah.
one time.
I got an old
Fred,
atlas.
if
I went
you
in there. It has the picture of Greenland like that. It's not even ice, it's just land. It has the word Greenland and it doesn't say anything about it. Nothing in the atlas. Every country, state, or whatever in the atlas has a little blurb about it. Tells you basic facts. Greenland tells you nothing. Says Greenland.
Fred in
There's Greenland
Canada,
under our nose.
Fred in Canada, if you go as far north as you can, what do you see? Like what's going on at the farthest north of Canada?
I've been in Alaska, Whitehorse. I've been in Yellowknife. It gets green. I am in I'm in mid BC, middle of British Columbia, and we got just a little bit of snow, but it gets green. There's no reason, if this is the model, right? Of course, we think it's the flat Earth, so the sun spins around like that. This is should not be icy. What the fuck would be making this icy? Why is that green and everything else around the path of the sun green except for this? They're hiding this. Right under our nose. It's massive, fucking unbelievable. Let's do Greenland schools.
And I agree, but here's the only problem I have though. But don't like hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people live there, and you can travel there.
You see, well, obviously there's airports. Have you ever talked to anybody? I've been on the internet. I've been on computers communicating with computers before the internet. I've never talked to anybody that said, "Hey, I'm from Greenland."
Hey, can you check your messages while you're on a panel?
Yeah, if I pull up my tablet. This is a CBC article.
No, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, so you can if you're quick enough to tap on it before it disappears.
Oh, damn it. Well, it went away. Somebody in the comments asked me to share a video. I don't know how to do that. Oh, Fred, your best friend just showed up on chat, man.
Who?
Space baloney.
Oh, baloney.
I love it. He's like, oh, baloney. That was funny. He didn't
He's
even give
funny.
him. He didn't even give him rage. He's just like, oh, baloney.
Now, this is a picture of the kids on the first day of school. This is the Aboriginal dress. They say they dress like Mongolians. And all these other kids are not Aboriginal kids. And they're all in the same attire. This is the Aboriginal kids. This is not the Aboriginal kids. And this is from my very own CBC. This is what the kids wear on the first day of school in Greenland.
Well, supposedly didn't like the Vikings have a settlement there or something like that, or that's the
Yeah.
official story anyway.
Let's go a little deeper because like I study all things and I come from every angle, right? You heard of land trains?
Land trains?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Here's another clue to Greenland and some historical knowledge about the North and the Arctic. Let's see, find it. There it is.
At the same time that the Laterno Company was developing the first Turner trains, they were also in talks with the US Army's TRADC. TRADC was the Transport and Research Development Command, looking into ways to better maximize infrastructure and overland transport.
These land trains, Laterno.
Website hassle-free with
I'll give you the link for this. You can look it up. You can screenshot that even. But these land trains were basically trains with wheels. Laterno, that makes some of the biggest equipment in the world, made these things. Each wheel has an electric motor. Bigfoot 5 that had the giant wheels. Those are land train wheels. That's how they took supplies and shit to the North and the Arctic and explored it and created what's known as the dew line. Basically, we're going to have to pass the dew line if we want to go north, because you bet it'll still be there.
Domain name for an entire year. Thanks again, Odu, and let's get back.
Let's watch the map. I'll stop it too. Stupid thing.
This is the dual system of radar stations for detecting approaching enemy planes.
Okay, just to quickly give you the things he's going to talk about, go to the Northwest Territories and the Arctic, and they also supply the base in Greenland. And you see the land in the north. Yeah, see the map show Greenland and these lanes drove from north. Oh, fucking battery. Hold on a second. Oh, 5% battery. Good thing we got charged. These land trains drove from the United States to Greenland.
Far beyond our borders, stretching. This is the dew line, a carefully planned system of radar stations for detecting approaching enemy planes while they are far beyond our borders, stretching from the northwestern limits of Alaska, across Canada and on to Baffin Bay. This distant early warning line is being constructed by the Western Electric Company, with the help of other units of the Bell system.
In the mid-1950s, the US and Canadian military began construction of a vast line of radar stations named the Dew Line, designed to forewarn of a potential Soviet attack over the Arctic Circle, stretching across thousands of miles. Each of the over 60 manned stations required round-the-clock staffing, maintenance and supply. But in the deep depths of winter, when waterways were frozen and aircraft unable to fly, the military needed solutions for overland transport for these far-flung bases. And so they turned to Robert Gilmore Laterno. R.G. Laterno's company, the Laterno Company, had deep and extensive ties to the US military, having manufactured the vast majority of earth-moving equipment used throughout the Second World War, and now specializing in large-scale and experimental...
This thing is in my hometown. I used to park my truck underneath it, between the wheels, between these rollers, and go fishing. That's in the front entrance to my hometown.
And transportation equipment. In 1953, R.G. Laterno himself was invited to the North Pole by the Army Transportation Corps to offer advice on developing the vast infrastructure needed for Arctic operations. And soon Laterno pitched to them a possible solution that his company, funnily enough, had been developing and debuted just that year: the trackless train. With its large all-terrain tyres, a high load capacity and electric motors mounted in the hub of each wheel to provide unparalleled levels of traction and mobility, Letourneau believed that his trackless train design would be the perfect overland transport in the Arctic. Now, look, if there's one thing that you can say about the R.G. Letourneau Company, it's that they were prolific. They were developing and innovating a lot of stuff, and trying to keep track of the timeline of the overland trains and their development can be quite confusing. And that's why I've created this, a very easy to follow, very sane, definitely not deranged chart of all the various overland trains and how their development led eventually to the LCC-1 snow train. Now, in 1953, R.G. Letourneau develops and eventually debuts in 1954 the original Turner train. At the same time that the Letourneau Company was developing the first Turner trains, they were also in talks with the US Army's TRADC. TRADC was the Transport and Research Development Command, looking into ways to better maximise infrastructure and overland transport up in Greenland and around the Dew stations. Now, interestingly, the representative who came from TRADC to talk to the Letourneau Company about wheeled overland transport in the Arctic was none other than Dr. Thomas Poulter. Now, if you recognise that name, it's because he is the man who developed and invented the Antarctic Snow Cruiser. Now, if you don't know anything about the Antarctic Snow Cruiser, I already made a video about it a long time ago. But basically, this was developed in 1939 as the ultimate overland transport in Antarctica. It featured huge, massive wheels, internal crew compartments, and an electric drive system, and it was a massive failure. Dr. Thomas Poulter's involvement in this is a very interesting connection, and it led to the development of not an overland train, but the snow buggy. Now, the snow buggy is not strictly an overland train, but it definitely falls into the realm of the overland train because it features very familiar wheels, a same steering and electric drive system, and it was actually developed and shipped out to Greenland in 1954 and successfully used out there.
You heard him say Greenland?
For TRADC. Now, around the same time that all of this was happening, another party approached R.G. Letourneau with the idea of commissioning a large overland vehicle for the Arctic, and that was Al Ghezi of Alaska Freight Lines. Alaska Freight Lines had won a massive contract to move supplies up north for the construction of the Dew stations, and the US Army and R.G. Letourneau sort of convinced Al Ghezi to invest in the Snow Freighter, or the VC-22. Now, the Snow Freighter was constructed at a breakneck pace, and it was shipped up to Alaska and used successfully for a couple of the supply runs to the Arctic North. But famously, it caught fire and is now still abandoned up there in the Arctic, and I went to visit it in my last video. But around the time that all of this was going on, the US Army was still interested in commissioning their own overland train from the Letourneau Company, but something that combined all of these elements into one. Obviously, the pulling power and the electric motors of the original Turner train concept, the crew accommodations and the Arctic weatherproofing of the VC-22 Snow Freighter, and combining the large oversized wheels which had been successfully trialled and tested on the snow buggy out in Greenland. So what do you get when you combine the Turner train with the Snow Freighter with the snow buggy? Well, you get the LCC-1 snow train. So here it is, the LCC-1 snow train. Although it went under various different names by the Army and the government and the Letourneau Company who built it, but probably, I would say, one, the most successful of all the overland trains, and probably the most unique. You can see where the train name came from, because compared to the TC-497 and the Snow Freighter, it has a much thinner body that is kind of between the two wheels rather than sitting on top. And it does resemble at the front there, certainly much more of a train car. It has just the one windscreen there with, well, it would have been two wipers in the past. And then you would have had a small control station. There was three very unique looking bucket seats in there with the very simple Letourneau controls. And then at the back, a small sleeping compartment for the crew. There would have been up to 3-4 crew. It could have operated just by one driver. And then probably most unique to the snow train, you can see at the top there, is the bubble dome, the navigational dome that could be used for navigating by stars if you were out in the wilderness. Interestingly, if you go and watch my video on the Kharkovchanka, the Soviet Antarctic exploration vehicle, it has almost the identical bubble dome on it, something that is used often on aircraft as well too, so that you could navigate by the stars. There was at one point a radar dome, a radar array that was built on the top of that too, but it's no longer fitted. It was probably stripped before the thing was sold for surplus, But you can see the mechanical running gear in here. Remember, of course, the big thing with Laterno vehicles, each of these wheels was powered by its own independent motor, housed here in the axle. But one of the things about Laterno motors is they were fully waterproof, dustproof, mudproof. These axle housings weren't waterproof or dustproof. The actual motors themselves in there could be submerged in water or mud and would operate just fine. So very robust and relatively speaking reliable. The kind of unreliable nature of these machines came from the fact that they were bespoke, and finding spare parts for a machine like this, especially something like the tires, if one of them burst or broke, was not very easy. Now, as we move back here, you can see this is the engine compartment. Remember, in the Snow Freighter, what happened is the engine compartment caught fire, and it caught fire because of a problem with the fuel line. Now, in that Snow Freighter, you could move from the little control cab to the engine bay just through a little doorway. In this, it was completely separated. I don't know if they did that in response to what happened with the Snow Freighter, because there's a lot of crossover when these were built. But here you would have had a single Cummins diesel engine that produced, I think, 600 horsepower. You would have your generators, and then the generators would have fed DC electric current to all of the different wheel motors across all the different wheels and trailers. So at the back here, it looks quite complicated, but this actually is very similar to the setup on the TC497, the final iteration that was built down in Yuma. Mainly, of course, being this, the huge crane at the back. Now, this thing served two functions. It could be used for loading or unloading cargo, incredibly useful when you consider the weights and the amount of cargo each of these trailers could carry. But also, it could be used for changing the wheels, and that would be very important if you burst a tire or you had to apply snow chains or the like when you were out in the field. You know, I have...
It's your own ROV.
Apply snow chains or the like when you were out in the field. You know, I have now seen probably more of these overland trains than any person on Earth, but the size of these wheels and tires never ceases to amaze. They are absolutely huge. Now, these wheels and tires were basically the same as those found on the TC497. Now, you can actually see on the tires here, 48 by 68, Firestone. They made all the tires for the various Laterno products. But if you want to know the difference between a TC497 wheel and a snow train wheel, the best thing to look at is these. These here are little discs that would be used for attaching the hooks for snow chains that could be used out in the field. Now, on the TC497, they used hooks, whereas on the snow train, they used discs. It's not foolproof, because actually some of the wheels here have hooks as well too. But famously, these vehicles were later used, or at least the wheels were later used, to create the original Bigfoot monster trucks, very famous monster trucks in the US. And if you're ever looking close at those, keep an eye on these points here. If they have discs, then they probably
don't need to learn about Bigfoot.
Most photos and videos of... I stumbled across another trailer that had the same wheels as the TC, by a third party, manufactured by... It used old...
On Bigfoot 5, we run Tahoe. We got the only 8 with wheels in the...
Well, 8 has wheels, which have different... 15271 trick. It seemed to go through a dizzying... Were thin...
Where's that other map?
This was actually...
There it is.
Be trialed and tested at the sub-zero temperatures around Camp Tuto and the Thule Air Base. It proved...
There's the path into Greenland. Camp Century. You can look up Camp Century. It's an underground base. And there's the snow train going to Greenland. Now, there was also a Vista. I'm sitting, I'm not on TikTok. I'm watching a movie on TV, actually. And there was a commercial. And the fucking commercial was for an Antarctic cruise. I'm like, are you fucking joking me right now? So I come into the smoke room, get on the tablet. Vista Cruises offered a cruise to the Antarctic. It was $105,000 and 85 days. Guess where it started? I give you 3 guesses.
The peninsula.
I give you 2 more guesses.
Greenland.
Yeah, bingo. So who can afford, first of all, $105,000 cruise to Antarctic and can take 85 days out of their life to do it? The rich people that live in Greenland? You can go look up the schools, the hotels, the airports yourself. There's too much infrastructure there for it to be a glacier with fucking 46,000 people on it.
So they're basically just, I don't know, they're using that.
They're putting a white fucking glacier, telling us it's a glacier, and hiding a continent right under our nose. Right under our
How can they
nose.
be going there advertising it as an Antarctica trip if it's not like they're using it to fake Antarctica because it's like a similar
Well,
shape instead of being a giant ice wall?
like, this wasn't some TikTok thing. I saw this cruise myself and looked it up.
Yeah,
It
I
was a
agree
real
with you.
thing.
That's kind of weird.
Look up the hotels there. Who the fuck? Do you know anybody that's ever been said I'm from Greenland, or anybody that's went to Greenland?
No, but this is not proof of anything. But I do
No,
find
it's not. But it's
no, no,
definitely
no.
a
I'm not
fucking
talking. Wait,
reasonable
wait, Fred.
fact.
I wasn't. Wait, I wasn't talking about I was talking about what I was about to say. What
Okay.
I'm about to say isn't proof of anything, but I do find it interesting, at least interesting, that in the TV show Vikings, they go to Greenland and they think it's like they say and think and phrase it as being like the land of the gods or whatever. And, nothing ever really comes about that. But I do find it interesting that's like the narrative that's in that show.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. All these little hints. Greenland, on the oldest maps, Greenland is attached to the land in the north. And attached our. It looks like our land in the north is basically attached. When you look at the climate model, it looks like it's all attached. And if there is water up there, if you're going to the land in the center, you're going to go across Canada into Greenland and up. Greenland is supposed to be attached there. Like, this
so
is just one hotel. Where's all
yeah,
the
and all
tourists?
of this and all of this is in the south of Greenland, right? Like all of the people and all the infrastructure, that's all concentrated in the south.
Well, they say it's all up the side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I was just asking. The way I understood it was that people lived on the southern, tip of Greenland, but the northern tip, that was where the glacier part was. That was my understanding, but I could be completely fucking wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that on Google Earth. It shouldn't be. The sun comes across Canada and Alaska at the same rotation as theirs. What would be causing that to stay icy? Right? Look at Google Earth. If this is the
Greenland.
North Pole on our map, the sun, we know the sun circles like this. The sun comes right across Canada and comes across here and makes Iceland green. It makes all this green. If this is not like I've looked into Sweden. Sweden has basically the same trees and wildlife and look as me in northern Canada. Russia has about the same. So we have the same kind of growth in this area. There's no fucking reason for that to be an ice glacier. There's no
I
reason.
agree with you. I think you're onto something here. And also notice how they're showing the North Pole completely empty there. I mean, we all know there's something there.
Yeah.
have it as empty. So, yeah, I think you're onto something for sure.
It has to be. It has to be. Like, since I've been a child, because I think about things all the time. This confused me. Iceland is green, Greenland is icy. What the fuck? Makes no sense. It's never made any sense since I was a fucking kid and I learned about these two places. It's never made any sense to me. Now it makes fucking sense that they're hiding land right in front of our face. Now it makes sense. Look at it on the Gleason map. Always close by. Greenland is attached to what's hidden by this tack. This is fucking attached. Because the land trains came from here and went to there.
So in Canada, if you in the far north, see, I don't know your geography, I don't know like your towns and stuff, but in the far north of Canada, are there like ports and towns where people sail and go fishing in the Arctic
One of the
waters?
biggest container ports is here on the West Coast. Biggest,
Yeah.
most technologically advanced. You can't bring a container. The containers are scanned. Everything has an electrical signal. So they get a manifest with all the electrical signals of the shit in there. So when it
Yeah,
goes
but
through the scanner, if the signals don't match, they know there's something else in there. There's no smuggling in the Prince Rupert port.
yeah, but
None.
you look at the far north there where all those islands are, like in the far north of Canada, like whatever that
Yeah.
is there. Are there did people live up there? Are there ports
Oh,
up
yeah.
there? Do people
Not really ports. I wouldn't say big ports.
Yeah, but just fishing towns or something. Is stuff
Yeah.
is
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You look at Alaska, okay, this elevation, right, which is here, this place, this whole thing should get the same climate as this because of the sun's rotation around here. Sweden does, this does, and they say that doesn't. All this around here gets green. You can look up Alaska right now, which is right there on this line, right? Alaska gets green as fuck. And we don't all live in igloos here, right? All this gets green. There's no reason that is not green. Absolutely no reason. This gets green. It has the same terrain and vegetation as I do over here. I'm here. And Sweden looks like my home province. And they also have an Ogopogo monster too. The same as they have over here in Kamloops and the same as they have over in Ireland. Wherever the fuck that is on this map.
Did you say
What is that? Is that like a Bigfoot or something?
It's like a sea monster.
Oh,
We have one in the Kamloops Lake. We have one, there is one in Sweden. I was watching a video on a guy taking a train tour of Sweden. That's why I know what the train looks like. And he got to one city and there was a lake there. And he told the story of the sea monster there and they showed pictures and it looks exactly like the fucking one in Ireland or Scotland and the same one we have in BC here in Canada. It looked the same, but they said the Sweden story is there's been 500 sightings of this lake monster in 400 years. And we have it here in BC too. We have one of them. And there's one in Scotland or Ireland or some place over there.
I guess what would be cool would be to go to those towns. That's why I was asking about those fishing towns in the farthest north of Canada, and like talk to the locals and see what they say, who actually go out and fishing and stuff. What have they
Well,
seen?
you get far enough up, they're full on Eskimos. That's
Oh,
they call them Inuit
yeah, yeah,
now,
yeah.
but they're really Eskimos. They're descendants of the Eskimos. They're original. And where do the original people live? Closer to the fucking center.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I think there's land here. I think part of the reason for that very tack is to hide the fact there's land there, not just to put a scale on it.
You see a lot of those guys do that for whatever reason. They'll have like something, on the center there. I've seen that a lot.
And what I've noticed too in maps, see, like here, this is like somebody took an eraser, went here too. See where the borderline stops? They went erased the borderline, or if there was a borderline. You'll find that when you look at a lot of maps, they're like that. There'll be a line up to the north and then they'll stop for a section. Or it looks like it was erased, like that does. That actually looks like it was erased.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to start researching this way more. I've been ignoring it. Um,
And but here's another one. And I have a document too. I'll see if I can find it. When I researched this originally, these people were blue. The story is from Hyperborea. Shut up, fucking stop fucking bugging me for money. Fucking shit, Wikipedia. This is Wikipedia for Hyperborea, right? Right there. This is the map you get. When you go back far enough in maps that look like this land was solid and attached to Greenland. This is Greenland. This, in the best of what I know, this was Hyperborea. And when studying Hyperborea, they said the Atlantean people lived beside them, which would be here. My book on Atlantis says the Atlanteans were captured by the Egyptians in the 12th century. That explains why this is blown apart. When you go back far enough in the maps, this is all solid and attached to here.
yeah, Plato says that the Atlanteans had a war with the Greeks and the Egyptians and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the word Hyperborea, right? Hyper means beyond, and Borea is obviously referring to the Aurora Borealis, so that it literally means the land beyond the Aurora Borealis, which would be, the center
Yeah,
of the
they
world.
just have this word, mythical. It says Hyperborea were a mythical people who lived in the far north part of the known world. Their name appears to derive from the Greek beyond, the god of the north wind. Some scholars prefer a deviation to carry over, but your explanation was better. But they keep changing it. That's not mythical. This is there. The reason the Freemasons are leading us south is because this is there. In the oldest maps, the Earth was mapped from the center out. They started expanding out that way, mapping the world from the center. If the story of Jesus was true, 3 kings came from different places on the earth, followed a star to see baby Jesus. The only star that's stationary is Polaris, which would be above Rupus Nigris. so they could come from anywhere on the earth and follow him there. So that's even that's where Jesus would be born. Now, the Hyperborean people were blue. Remember I said that? If you consume too much silver, colloidal silver, it'll tint your skin blue. There's a Papa Smurf is a guy that consumed too much silver and became blue. That's why he got nicknamed Papa Smurf. Now, when you go back in the Hindu religion, their gods were
Well,
blue.
blue. That's right.
Yeah. So what if their water came through one of the four rivers and that river went through a vein of silver, all the water for these people came through a silver vein, they would be blue.
In a place where everybody's blue.
And there's also some, not again, this is just from what I understand. There's also some kind of like genetic trait or something that can make people blue. Like, I don't know if that's true. I've heard about that, that some people can be blue, just like genetic or something like that.
What you doing, Mom?
Nothing, baby.
Yeah, it could have something to do with that.
I mean, I don't know if it's related. I'm just saying that I've heard that.
What if that's the I'm Blue song, though? Everybody on colloidal silver.
This is why they also did the Blue Man Group.
So Fred,
They always give you hints of things in the in the music and the media and shit.
Fred, Moon Merch is trying to talk to you.
hi Fred.
Yeah. Hello.
I just wanted to have you check out on Google Earth a place called Northwest Spitsbergen.
Spitsbergen?
Yeah, it's an island to like the right of Greenland.
Oh.
Spitsbe.
I got it.
So at the north, this is like the closest north you can get with a street view. And it puts you in the water, but when you point north, there's a bunch of mountains. So click street view. It'll be at the water line.
How do I get street view?
Yeah, and then go up.
Up where?
By the coast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so click the water, like the water street view. Not too far. Yeah, there you go. So then orient your compass north. And it shows a bunch of land, and you can see like where the sun is pointing south.
No, there's a split there. It's been cut off.
Yeah, this area is really weird, and they could have jacked it up, but the sun kind of tells me where they are pointing the right way. And if you face north, you can see the whole line of mountains. Like the north, the central.
That's funny. I can move along with the boat.
Because when you look on Google Earth, it's empty. You shouldn't be able to see anything north.
It's cool. I can sail along the water. That's crazy. You can even do this.
Hold up, that boat's moving?
Yeah.
What the shit?
Yeah, like
The
it's
camera's
pretty
mounted
far
on the
out from the
boat.
island.
See the marker, and there's a line on Google Earth. So it's the street view path. So I'm just clicking ahead, and it's moving. That's pretty sick, actually.
Anyway, guys, I got to go grab some lunch. I came up to share my thoughts on the final experiment thing, but good talks. I'll definitely look
What do
into
you
this.
think? I don't think it's
Focusing
fucking.
more
Did you
on
see
the
the video
north.
on it?
But anyway, I'll
That
talk to you guys soon.
Okay, man, take care, dude.
Well, later.
TFE is cooked.
So yeah, I went looking around Street View to see if I can find the closest thing north and see if I can see anything in the distance. And this was the closest I got.
I can still go further now. But where? Yeah. How do you get out of here? That's a photosphere. Oh, shut up. Google fucking maps.
So would I be able to go shirtless like this in the center on those mountains?
Yeah. Did you look at the bottom of that picture? If you zoom in onto their shadows,
Yep.
both guys, their shadows converge together from the ends, like that.
Yep. Pyramid.
Proof that photo is fake.
Somebody needs to take all that footage and like put a Godzilla up in there with a shadow and like be like, dude, look at this. Godzilla was even there. Like something crazy and
We
obnoxious, you
have
know?
Sasquatch statues that peek out of the woods randomly in places out here. That would be funny. We found the Yeti. We found Sasquatch.
I mean, we should just make satire out of it. For people that's good at computers, just
The
like make
globe
all kind of
gorilla.
crazy stuff.
We got proof of the globe here with this latest TFE picture of a Yeti. To them thing, just animate and make it look like they're high fiving a Yeti out of Antarctica.
Here's a weird one for you. See this photo? Guy was analyzing the video frame by frame. Look at that. I don't know if I can see that. See the object?
Yep.
In the video, it's moving, and then it appears later on in the video over here. How do they explain that? How does China explain this? This is their space station. Where's the curvature?
Nope.
What even is that? Straight line or another type of light? Like doesn't match the top.
Yeah, they forgot to put in the curvature, though. That's the Earth at the bottom and the sun.
Was this recent?
Yeah. They did a spacewalk on their space station.
Because I heard China is. I've seen it glitch like a year or two ago, but now they're just leaving it off. I haven't double checked though, so if this is another recent one.
Yeah, check it out. I watched it. Maybe it wasn't. I think it's recent.
I think they're starting to leave breadcrumbs.
Well, they're involved. They're faking it just like the rest. Oh, this is 2 years ago. At least they have better doors.
Yeah.
Here, look. Where's the curve? Pretty shitty photo cropping. Watch all this move. It's all curved. Where's the curve? Where's the curve? Where's the curve? Oh, there's the curve. What the fuck is that? Where's the curve? And look at the sky moving. That's the best part right there. Look at that. It's coming out of nowhere. Where's the curve? There's no curve on the Chinese side. Yeah, the spin matches the music. Where's the curve? They're upside down here.
La 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 la, not rah 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 rah. Like that's what I think. I mean, like, come on, you forgot that curve, guys. Come on, stupid orange man gonna laugh with orange man with hot wife.
He's freaking hilarious. That's what it is. I like this one.
Just watch the satellites, guys.
That
Yeah.
Did you watch satellite videos?
Uh, so I was first time I thought, well, I should go look at some of fucking SpaceX's bullshit, right? I pulled up this video. Of course, I watched the whole thing. This looks like a fucking fabric softener bottle with a pop top.
Dragon was in good alignment, and that video from the ground site, that's the one you were just seeing.
Look at the light bulb.
Dragon's now continuing in towards docking. We've departed waypoint 2. We're only 17.5 meters away. We confirmed
This is a
alignment.
pop top fabric softener bottle.
Views now trained on Dragon, giving additional those updates from the navigational equipment to make decisions for board if they need to. So we have proceeded. We are go for docking. Dragon's flying in. It's moving at less than 1/10 of a meter.
Let's get in there. Get in there. Get that model attached. This is just a model. There it is. She's popped her pop top. She's some fabric softener. Let's get it in there. It's docking to final. Oh, 9 feet, 8 feet.
Docking ring on Dragon on top there. International docking adapter on the road.
What awesome detail.
2 meters. We heard chop call. The crew hands off point.
Guys build RC trucks with better quality than. So let's see, just how real is it? How real is it? It's 1 meter away. 1 meter away, right? Why the fuck is this microphone stand here in the scene? Why is this boob microphone attached to the stand with cables zip tied to the pole? Why did they leave a microphone stand in the model? Why did they do that? Why is there a microphone in space? Why is this microphone stand zip tied? This microphone is zip tied to this pole. Can you tell me why that is? Why did they put a microphone in space if the sound doesn't travel in space? Did they want to hear the model get attached? Tell me why there's a microphone on the outside of the ISS. Can anybody? Nope, you can't.
Dragon, SpaceX, on the big loop, contact, soft capture complete, attenuation in progress.
Ooh, sounds very technical. That's got to be a Globie that said that's for measuring distance. It's a goddamn boom microphone. Can you not see a boom microphone? Have you ever seen a band before?
Coming at 7:29 a.m. Central Time, 5:29 a.m. Eastern. That's 12:29 UTC. While the station and Dragon flew 258 statute miles over the central Atlantic Ocean. So with that,
here comes a Globie.
Contact made. The soft
a new
ring
one.
Is now going to begin to retract.
Come on.
After that is completed,
on the big
we'll be able to
soft
start
capture ring
engaging
retraction in progress.
Soft capture ring in progress.
My guy, what's up, dude? Okay, so
first you're going to start telling me you believe in space.
Well, I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't you? What are you talking about?
You live in a high pressure.
So you're telling me that I assume that you're a moon denier as well. So you're telling me that NASA just hired hundreds of thousands of people and they just sat around and scribbled on pieces of paper and did absolutely nothing? You're taking away from the legacy of hundreds of thousands of people that worked on space, bro.
Brother, what proof right? Other than what we were taught in school and watched on TV?
I kind of take my father's word that he saw those giant rocket ships blast off into outer space and felt the rumble when you could get super duper close. Okay?
I watched them too. I watched them too.
Yeah. So why do you refuse to believe that a giant massive rocket didn't go up when you saw live in person a giant rocket ship blasting into outer space? With your own two eyes.
Parabolic curve out of your vision.
It went into outer space. Why would they spend all that money to launch something up in there just for we're not going to send men up into space? Like what? I don't understand. These are rocket scientists and engineers. And
they made people like you, man. They've convinced people like you that it's real. That's
convinced. I've seen it with my own eyes. They didn't have to do no convincing.
You ever seen a rocket go straight up?
Common sense.
You ever seen a rocket go straight up?
No, it goes with a curvature. It goes so it goes straight up and then it banks and goes.
A rocket go straight up.
There's a bunch of math involved, and it has to bank.
Discussing this?
He's a troll.
I'm not a troll.
Have you ever seen a rocket go straight up?
It's flat.
Answer the question then. Is this the first time you've ever discussed this?
No, wait. It's so strange to me that you hate complete strangers so much that have master's degrees and all. Dude, if you do not believe that you can literally pay for...
You need to calm the fuck down.
He's
If you want to
triggered.
have a discussion, you cannot be triggered.
Astronauts like these two say it's flat. Sorry.
I keep asking you, is this the first time you came into
I'll
Flat
calm
Earth
down,
Live?
but let me say this calmly. Why? You know, it's not.
Because these two...
Can I ask you a question?
I bring
But can I
science
ask you a question,
that proves
please?
there's no space.
I am bringing science, but can I ask you a question?
What's the
Okay?
question?
Why? The question is, why do you refute when, for not a lot of money, you can buy a plane ticket,
Dude, I
right?
think
And
I've
they
never...
And the
close at sea
Russian
level
military
and see that
will
it's flat.
fly you up to the...
Do you think I've never been in a plane or multiple helicopters or multiple plane flights? Does that have any bearing on science that proves the Earth is flat? It is literally measured flat.
Yep.
Okay, listen,
Hey,
I'm going to go ahead and leave.
I'm
You're
glad they
a
wrote the
fucking
duck report.
delusional moron.
Roast. Ah, damn it! I was gonna act like a
You're
Clover.
gonna
Come
leave,
on,
all
man.
right.
You
You're
starting
the
with the
delusional
delusional
moron.
stuff.
Man, so easily triggered.
Astronauts admit it's
I
flat.
was gonna make this funny.
He wouldn't have let you, man. He was going to say his piece and dip.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
That's usually, I mean, that's par for the course.
I'm bringing science. Shows nothing.
I saw my dad said he saw a rocket go to the moon, so it's true.
Yeah.
See it go straight up? No. Right.
He wouldn't answer that question.
He wouldn't stop talking so we could get
Hit
into
it
word
with a
edgewise.
curve. He answered it. He said he never seen one go straight up. But hey, look, it's not us just denying science, saying it's flat. It's these astronauts. It's all the hundreds of years of surveyors measuring it flat in 1890 and measuring it flat again in 2003 at Texas State and ASU, Arizona State. Flatter than a pancake. If it's flatter than a pancake, there's more elevation change on a pancake than, I don't know, guys. That's Division I schools.
Oh, shit.
Anyone else want to try without rambling and talking ad hominems?
I'd probably have to restart it if we want to get people in here because we got a flag because I was running those videos earlier.
Oh man.
Is it on the search bar type thing?
Yeah. We're out of the search feed.
Shit.
I gotta switch devices anyway, so I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll restart. Everybody follow, come back.
Okay.
I shared it real quick. Don't know why.
I could tell you some stories about Trump. Jeez. Trump's an evil little man. It should have played like Trump. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't like that people even say I sound like Trump. Fuck that.
Got my flat smacks loaded up. Flat smack, flat smack.
That's what I was just looking for, some Flat Earth music to get the mood running.
Hey, there's a bunch of them. One of my favorites is The Only Answer in all capital letters, DA, then Only Answer. And it talks about the earth being flat in the song. But there's a bunch of them now I've found. Like the Mind Control to Major Tom remake, the one that was on fire. Yeah.
You know this one.
Welcome to another hungry day in the life.
Shut up.
Alright, start your booing, cause I'm about to ruin. Start your booing, cause I'm about to ruin. Start your booing, cause I'm about to ruin the heliocentric model that you use. I'll tear up all the evidence you got on your shelf and expose all the proof that I see myself. Not so grumpy. The first problem was a monkey. Yo, ladies, why is your hair so frumpy? And all you CGI fanboys, please allow me to trump thee. It's not a fall, y'all. Just like Humpty Dumpty, it's gonna crack like Joe Biden's bad knee. I'm in my prime, a little bit chunky. I'm a junkie. I keep the flat earth funky. I'm done with this. Globe versus flat. The drama's so ridiculous, it's getting really hard to be conspicuous. Hey yo, flat girl, you know the globe is gibberish, yeah, you know it's flat, but NASA said it's spinning. But it never caused me to get dizzy, I'm a geek. I love staring at the moon, it's not a dusty ball in an infinite vacuum. I'm pasty, like biscuits and gravy. You hate winter, but it just don't faze me. All your globies do is tap dance, it's a psychopathic romance. Don't be a NASA punk, come on, don't be a Jackson chump. Don't flake out, y'all, don't be a NASA punk or a Jackson chump. Yeah, do you know what they're doing? They're doing the con. Boy, punk, say the flat earth. It's really funny. That's alright, cause the movement is cooking. You lie, you fib, you constantly take people's money, and it just ain't funny. I'm not a slave bee, so don't you blame me. And the ISS is fake, see? Oh yeah, buddy. You know their motives are weird, cause in 69 the US had their head up their rear. The scam is big. Nuh-uh, they're not ashamed. Big like the Trump cop, they still haven't played. They get paid on the daily, you know it's a farce. Drinking what they're pissing and their budget's too large. They're either stupid, or their brains are diluted. Anything they've ever done has been disputed. Aimed at the moon one time and y'all missed it. Now you're at the bottom of a pool eating Triscuits. Other images are CGI. It's pretty obvious that all they do is lie. All you have to do is gonna do their dance. Don't be a NASA punk, come on, don't be a Jackson chump. Don't flake out, y'all, don't be a NASA punk or a Jackson chump. Yeah, do you know what they're doing? They're doing the contest funk. Don't be a NASA chump, don't be a fanboy punk. Ah, yeah, space is fake, y'all. They're laughing in your face, yeah? Ah, yeah. Now that you know a little bit about NASA, let me tell you a little bit about myself. There's not much to say. Check it out. Heard the earth was flat, but I thought he was joking. Crying a bitch, and now YouTube is broken. Matuna's just a monkey. In Tennessee, dude, I heard you look like a crack junkie. That's alright, cause you got no devotion. Go join your boy Craig across the ocean. With you put y'all to shame. It's a psyop, y'all. Hollywood's to blame. No good reason except for the fame. You gotta lie to remain in the game. Jumping, slumping, ducking, screwing around, faking the fun. So when the cyberpunk jumps, make the mental triple jump. Selling flat earth's been true from the jump. The NASA transfers the man to the jump. There'll be a NASA punk, come on, there'll be a Jackson chump. Don't flake out, y'all, there'll be a NASA punk or a Jackson chump. Yeah, do you know what they're doing? They're doing the contest run. There'll be a NASA jump. Watch out, old people, don't be NASA punks. Don't you lose your lunch. Young people, don't fake the funk. Don't be NASA chumps. Canadians, you're actually too darn polite for me to insult. Joe Rogan, are you a NASA punk? Or just a loudmouth chump? Space is stupid. Oh, don't be a NASA punk.
Score up to 70% off clearance at Michael's. Shop big deals on Christmas and more. Get it before it's gone.
No rhythm, no rhyme. It's shit. Hold on. Already got flagged again. Oh well, we'll have to play the song.
It's cool if we can win appeal in the live when they come up.
All right. What's it going to be? A galactic fast for Christopher? An exoplanet for Otis? And not a nebula for June Marie? And listen, NASA's got a new one today.
What is it?
This is called a scamdiddlyumptious bar.
A scamdiddlyumptious bar? How does he do it?
My dear boy, do you ask how they fly in a vacuum?
No.
Or why they Photoshop Earth?
No.
No, sirree, you don't. They do it because they have to and know what's best for you. NASA was born to be a scam man, but you look like you're born to be a scammed man. Who can take the sunrise and say it's you who truly moved? Cover up their screw-ups with a murder, maybe 2.
Or 3 or 4.
The NASA man. The NASA man can. The NASA man can, 'cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good. Who can take the night sky, drape it in a lie, polish up some mirrors and say that they see back in time?
The NASA man?
The NASA man. The NASA man can. The NASA man can, 'cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good. The NASA man creates pictures that are fake. The ones of Saturn seem suspicious. He puts the stars as far as he wishes and makes new words for unreal distance. Who can take tomorrow and come up with a scheme? Flying planes much faster than we thought with the jet stream. The NASA man.
The NASA man can.
The NASA man can. The NASA man can, 'cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good. And who can make a chemtrail crisscross way up high? and call it global warming when it heats up in July.
The NASA man?
The NASA man. The NASA man can. The NASA man can, 'cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good. Who can talk to Nixon?
Hello, Neil and Buzz.
250,000 miles in the sky.
I'm talking to you by telephone.
2-second delay, but from the ISS it's 5.
The NASA man?
The NASA man.
What is the ISS position right now?
The NASA man can, 'cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good.
11 seconds.
The NASA man creates geocentric coordinates. Stationary tastes delicious. The spinning ball is pure fictitious. Astronauts are having green screen glitches. Who can take a rainbow, make it perverted, not divine? But who can be inclusive and hire that new guy, Caroline?
The NASA man?
The NASA man. The NASA man can. The NASA man can, 'cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good. So we should believe we are spinning, 'cause the NASA man says we should.
I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa, loompa, loompa dee. If you are wise, then listen to me. Do you play when your kid is up?
Dumb shit. Got flagged again.
That's kind of a cool theme song, the remake of the Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, something
I
like
gotta
that.
restart. I gotta restart again because we got flagged. Fucking stupid thing. Can't
Well, it's
play
all
videos.
still on my YouTube so far. I haven't got flagged, but I did the other day for something. I don't know.
What's that song you said?
Which one? Oh, there's the only answer, and then I said the remake of Mind Control to Major Tom are my favorites.
The only answer to what?
It's just called DAONLY, then answer. That's just what all capital letters. That's the artist name and the title of the song.
The only.
But it's just a rap song. It just goes off about, about spirituality and the earth is fixed. There's all the different topics, but it's not specifically flat like the other songs. Like the one where it's like the earth is flat. It's facts. That's my favorite for trolling video when I'm trolling the Globers. It's fact that the earth is flat. That one. We've all heard that one. But yeah, he's somebody that hopefully I get to work with. That would be cool.
I don't know.
We can restart again. I don't mind.
What?
Yeah, fucking stupid thing. Yeah, let me do that. We won't play no music videos.
Alright, I'm gonna play another one of my
Master Man
things.
got me flagged.
Desktop. Watch
Be right
that one.
coming back. While we people with no money, yeah, keep funny till I would get on your knees and I ain't gon' say it twice. And I damn sure ain't gon' say please. Rotten kids inherit hell. I swear y'all acting like this communism shit's on and I'ma only turn up louder. Call me what you wanna, but you can't call me no coward. Strength in numbers, we the people, still the ones with power. Fighting fire with fire, time to take back what is ours. Tell me turn it down and I'ma only turn up louder. Call me what you wanna, but you can't call me no coward. Strength in numbers, we the people, still the ones with power. Fighting fire with fire, time to take back what is ours.
Picture me being that voice of the fight, making history. But every time that I have something to say, all these social media is just sent to me. I got a message from above sent to me. I'm supposed to do this, it was meant to be. Because this country is truly on the verge of communism. Come on, let's agree. Mentally, I'm already ready. Yeah, bullets got many. I'ma pull through it like a heavy Chevy. I'm way to it, nothing you can tell me. I can never believe these people trying to help me. Like the government suddenly care if I'm helped. Nah, they don't give a shit about it. It's all about them being powerful and wealthy. Two middle fingers, they told me don't turn it up more. I will never let them take my words, I'ma make my verse, I'ma sing that chorus. Anytime I ever spoke on something, I meant that all the way down to the core. Stand for something or fall for anything. Where you at? Which side of the sword?
Tell me turn it down and I'ma only turn up louder. Call me what you wanna, but you can't call me no coward. Strength in numbers, we the people, still the ones with power. Fighting fire with fire, time to take back what is ours. Tell me turn it down and I'ma